Alright, here's the in-depth video on the phosphorus and complications, causes, and what you can do to prevent it. So I'm going to do my best and try not to be shaky, but first of all, calcium and phosphorus are both minerals in your body that are required to have strong teeth and bones. Just like a wall needs bricks and mortar to be sturdy, your body needs both calcium and phosphorus. Now, when your body has too much phosphorus, your body wants to match it and have the same amount of calcium. Now, how does it gain that calcium or get the calcium? It removes it from your bones and it goes into the blood, and then it'll set up in other areas of the body, like your feet, your fingers, your veins. Damn it. Drop my poster. Heart valves. When I had an infection in my mitral valve in my heart, they found that I had calcification on the valve and weren't sure if I was going to be able to continue without having to replace it because of that. Here's a couple nasty pictures. You can see here. This is what happens when you have really high phosphorus and the calcium gets to your body and sets up. Nasty shit like this. I think that's an ass. And then where I was talking about your wiener, that's it right there. That's what can happen to you if you don't take care of yourself on dialysis. Look at that foot. Black and crusty. And that's just all from calcium setting up in the body in other places. That's called calciphylaxis. And it can be prevented by taking your pills and having a good diet. And going to dialysis, of course. As you can see here, it's a healthy artery wall. And calcification is when the body gets the calcium from your bones and it sets up in your veins like this, creating a deposit. Almost like a plaque deposit for a heart attack victim, but with calcium, much harder. That's called calcification. So you want to avoid that at all costs, because that's not good. Like here with a wiener, if it turns black, it ain't coming back. That's no good. You want to keep that thing, right? And just like rainwater freezes and causes crystallizing into snowflakes, same type of thing. The excess phosphorus will cause calcium to clump together into your body into little bits that are not good and very uncomfortable. I myself have had calcium set up like softball size balls of calcium, no joke, on my hips. At different times I had one on each side and they had to remove them. And they told me like they were baseball, softball size, just chunks of calcium that had moved from my body and set up there. I used to be terrible with my phosphorus, I'm not going to lie. I had really high levels. Didn't take my pills, drank a lot of milk. I loved milk. It took me like almost 3 years to finally stop drinking milk. That was tough. It's a life-changing experience going on dialysis, and you got to make changes or you're going to have a tough time with it. Every time I eat, like I said, I got to take pills. They're like these here. There's a few of them. I got the calcium acetate. I take this one right here, Renvela. Take 5 of those bad boys. You can also take Tums if you don't have the money or insurance to take these type of prescriptions that are not covered. Tums, calcium, will do it. Up here is a whole list of high phosphorus foods. You got biscuits, nuts, macaroni and cheese, pizza. I know, I love pizza, that sucks. Coke, chocolate, cream soups, peanut butter, milk, ice cream, pancakes, pork and beans, no, hot dogs, yogurt, pudding, and live and organ meats. So like no liver and onions. I doubt any of you are really scarfing that shit, but you can see here, your bones will start to deteriorate, and if the calcium starts getting pulled from your bones weaken, and if you fall, you can break a hip a lot easier. You can break anything, any bone, because your bones are going to be a lot weaker with no calcium in there. The phosphate binders help prevent that, and proper diet as well. It all goes into one big thing. Another complication that I've had is calcium setting up in the tendons, like in my shoulder, where I'm unable to move it. Like it feels like broken or sprained, and all it is just calcium setting up on the tendon, so every time I move it, it's excruciating pain. I remember once I got it like on my upper butt, you can call it, and they had to call the ambulance for me because I literally could not move. I didn't know what the hell it was, and then it ended up being that. So yeah, you want to take care of your phosphorus, keep it down under, damn it, between 3.5 and 5.5. That's your ideal level. And your calcium between 8.5 and 9.5. And those numbers don't mean shit to you, but when you're in dialysis, you will understand what I'm talking about because you get your blood drawn once a month. For me, I get it done every 2 weeks because I was a problem child at one point. So they keep an eye on me. No big deal. But now I'm learning, doing better, and I'm trying to share with you what to avoid and how to better yourself to make the dialysis experience a lot easier. Because it's no fun, and you don't want to end up like these guys over here, all crusted out and losing fingers and limbs and peckers. No fun. You can end up with red eyes. The painful joints is a big thing. God damn devil. All right, we're done with that thing now because it just fell. Painful joints is another thing. It'll set up in the joints, making it hard to move, and you get red eyes. It sets up in the veins in your eyes, and itchy skin. That was a big one. That's why I got a lot of this shit on my arms, because I would get IVs that would get infected, and then I start scratching, and then the phosphorus sits up in there. Then I'd scratch again, it'd open it up, and I got an ugly scar. And people always look at me like I'm a heroin addict, but that's not it at all. It's just the scratching and the phosphorus scars. So that's another issue I got to deal with that, but that's a small thing compared to what the big picture is. But yeah, just wanted to talk a little bit about what my experience with phosphorus and calcification is, and hopefully it helped you a little bit. You can see down here on the bottom it says peritoneal dialysis. See if you can see this guy down here with his little bag. That is a bag of sugar water, and you have a tube right here in your stomach. You drain this in there, you let it sit for like 4 hours, and it's crazy how it works. That's a whole nother video. But then you drain it out, and basically you're peeing out everything that you don't pee anymore. It goes into this bag down here. That's your waste, toxins and shit, extra fluid. And then you put a new bag in, and it sits for 4 hours, and you come back and drain it again, do the process. You do that like 4 times a day. Or you can be put on the machine. I swear I'm going to break this damn board. But yeah, if you have any questions on it, feel free to let me know. Ask away. And I'll be doing another video soon on peritoneal dialysis and the whole process and the different options you have with dialysis, because now there's home hemo, where it's like hemodialysis like I go to at the clinic, or home hemo. You can do it at home yourself, but you have to do it 5 times a week for 3 hours, compared to 3 times a week, 4 hours and 15 minutes that I'm currently doing. Or you can do peritoneal dialysis, and there's 2 styles. You can do the 4 times a day, or you can hook up to it at night for 12 hours a night. I used to do that for 4 years. That sucks, especially at my age back then, because you want to go out and do things. You get home at 11 o'clock at night, you're stuck on that shit till 11 in the morning. It's a pain in the ass. So, best thing to do, watch your diabetes, watch your high blood pressure, and try to avoid even getting on this if you can at all costs. And tell your family members the same thing, is if they think they're miserable what they're going through now, wait till they get on this shit, they're gonna be a lot more miserable. So try to avoid it at all costs. Like I said, any questions, give me a call, or give me a message, I should say, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend.